Thank you guys for coming, obviously. Thank you to Elevate Great Neck for sponsoring. Also want to have this sure to be Refuah Shema of Michal Bat Tina. And Allah, she had a complete Refuah Shema Hashem. This week's Parashat Vayechi is the end of Sefer Bereshit. So last week we had the exciting Ani Yosef and the whole ordeal. The Yaakov makes his way down. Yosef reveals himself. They're all together. Now this week's Parashat begins with the life, or rather the death of Yaakov, meaning he gives a brachot to all of his children, and he departs from the world. And the beginning, he calls over Yosef, and he says, I want to read the pasuk inside. The days of Yisrael are coming to an end. Yosef, he called his son Yosef. If I have found favor in your eyes, put your hand under my thigh. Do for me a chesed and truth. Chesed ve'emet. Don't bury me in Egypt. This is Yaakov's request of his son Yosef. I should sleep with my forefathers, my ancestors in Merat Machpelah. He's talking about, but he uses this language of chesed ve'emet, and we know that the ultimate chesed, or the chesed shel emet, is when someone handles and deals with a dead body. Burying, according to halacha, Jewish burial, is what we call chesed shel emet. Why? Why is it the chesed of all truth, of all emet, of all the most truthful chesed? Exactly. A dead person can't pay you back. When you take care and you bury a person according to halacha, you're not getting rewarded by that individual. He's not going to buy you an aliyah in Kanisa. He's not going to buy you lunch. He's not going to give you a tip. There is no way to
giving tzedakah just without knowing, without anonymously. No?
In theory, yes, anonymous tzedakah could be in the same level, but unless someone knows who. Let's say you send money anonymously. There's a person who's in the account knows it's you, so that person still knows. Unless someone managed to do completely with anonymous, so that no one can even trace it back to you, with cash and whatever. But still, yeah, in theory, yes. But chesed shel emet is the first two. The mitzvah of burying a Jew and handling a Jewish body for proper burial, that's the ultimate chesed, called chesed shel emet. Now, there are also other types of chesed when we talk about chesed shel emet. Rabbi Chaim has a preference of a specific mohel. Hasidish mohel, Rabbi Safir, big tzaddik, extremely high quality mohel. And what's unique about him? He doesn't take any money for his brit milah. He does a brit milah, he doesn't take any money. You offer to pay him? Absolutely not. Are you crazy? Am I going to sell this mitzvah for a couple of dollars? It's the best mitzvah in the world. Nothing. Chesed, purest form of chesed. One time, Shadi put money in his pocket and he went back to Brooklyn or Borough Park, wherever he's from. He got home, he gets to his house, takes off his jacket. Hey, why is there an envelope in my pocket? Takes an envelope, sees, thank you for coming to the brit. Drives back 2 hours to the Great Neck, gives the money back. I don't want this money. I can't believe you made me come out of the way. And then back 2 hours. Spent the whole day driving because they didn't want to take money for the Brit Milah. Chesed shel emet. These individuals are obvious. That's above the letter of the law. But why wouldn't someone want to take money for a mitzvah? Because we've explained you don't. Does it actually belittle the mitzvah? Does it actually take away from the mitzvah? For example, if I'm driving from Yerushalayim to Tel Aviv, and I take someone with a trimp, someone needs a ride to Tel Aviv or back from Tel Aviv to Yerushalayim, and I give him the ride, I offer him the ride, what happens? I did a chesed. That's considered a chesed, yeah? Of course it is. So if that person is somebody you don't know, that tramp, is it a chesed? Yeah, it's even more of a chesed. I don't know this person, it's even more of a chesed. Now, what about if I'm waiting at a bus stop and the bus driver, who's getting paid for his time, takes me from Yerushalayim to Tel Aviv? Is that also a chesed?
He's doing your job.
He's doing his job. Is that also a chesed?
Actually, he's also getting paid.
Very good. So now we're building something. And if this person...
I think it's the same thing as the mohel.
Correct. But now let's say someone says, I'm no longer going to work anymore. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to give people rides back and forth. Is this the ultimate chesed? Is he doing the right thing? Is he, by not working, not supporting his family, just giving people rides back and forth? Is this the best chesed ever? It's a good chesed, but meaning there's boundaries, there's limits. How far do you want to go? Why would you do such a thing? And he explains that, okay, correct. It's correct. Granted, this individual gets paid, the bus driver gets paid to take the people from Yerushalayim to Tel Aviv and back. The 402 line, whatever that is, to Bnei Brak. Where is it said someone that does a chesed, his wife needs to go live barefoot, meaning not be able to afford shoes, or his kids have to wear ripped clothing? Does chesed mean I have to forego basic care and giving over to the necessity of my children, of my family, of my spouse? It's not written anywhere that to do a chesed, it means neglecting, being poor and neglecting your family so you can do. Hayim zeh shu mekabel az kesef gorem mimenu liyot ba'al chesed. There is this takeaway from them. Someone who accepts money to do a chesed. Does this take away? Does this minimize? Does this belittle the chesed? So how do we draw the line? What makes it from chesed to just job? I asked about the bus driver. Is that chesed? I mean, at first glance, I wouldn't think it's chesed. It's his job. But now when we spin it like this, maybe it is. I don't know. He's giving rides to people back and forth. Is it a chesed or not?
If he wasn't doing it, people want to get around.
Correct. So is it a chesed or not? So the idea is as follows. How do you define chesed? How do you define doing something charitable or something that taking care for others? What the intention is, what the kavanah is, what the person is intending to do when he does the chesed. When someone is driving a bus, in theory, it's his job. But his kavanah is also, I'm giving these people rides. I'm giving these people a way to get from point A to point B.
Meaning if he doesn't have the kavanah...
If he doesn't have the kavanah, in theory, he's not fulfilling the mitzvah of chesed. Meaning, it's not what his intention is. He doesn't care for the chesed, he cares for the job.
I'm saying if you fulfill a mitzvah even without kavanah, you're still getting...
Some machloket, what do you mean? Mitzvah tzrichot kavanah. The Chatchile Ramaran is posek they do need kavanah. That you have to have proper intent when you do a mitzvah. So, in theory, this person, this bus driver, has the opportunity just simply by having intent that I'm getting paid, it's my job, I have to support my family, I have to put money on the table, food on the table, but by having in his mind that I want to do a chesed, that I'm taking these people from point A to point B, that's also an element. That's also something good. And this is something very important that someone has, that you can derive it from the pasuk when Yaakov says, "V'asita imadi chesed ve'emet." Do for me a chesed ve'emet. What chesed is, meaning, why is it considered a chesed? You're asking, Yaakov Avinu is asking his son Yosef, why is it a chesed for you to listen and do kibud av va'em?
Because his kavanah, you're saying?
Why exactly? Why is it above a chesed? If a dad asks his son to bring him a cup of water, is that a chesed? So the answer is in theory, yeah. And how do you get, does kibud av va'em involved? How do you make it also a chesed? By having the proper kavanah. So they quote a very nice story of Rav Aryeh Levine. He would always tell his wife and his children, always, that before they go to change their child's diaper, they should say L'Shem Yechud Kuchar B'Yechu.
Wow, really?
As a joke, L'Shem Yechud is a preface we have before we do a mitzvah. Some Mekubalim say to do it, but it helps us have proper kavanah, a right mindset when doing a mitzvah.
I'm very like in Shana Betts told me to say that every time before I call my parents.
Yeah?
I'm like, yeah, but like, what do I say? Like, Yishem Yechud. Like, I didn't know what to say.
The literal text is not as important. It's just the whole point of it is you're sanctifying, you want to sanctify Hashem's name, and you're having the kavanah that what I'm about to do is a mitzvah. And it's a powerful idea that every time you come to change your child's diaper, pause and think, I'm doing a chesed. Why is it a chesed? This child, Nebuch, he can't do anything on his own. All he knows how to do is sleep, eat, poop. He can't change himself. He can't do anything. He's like a rock, chas v'shalom. It's not, what can he do? He can't take care of himself. So obviously you're his parent, obviously you have a mitzvah of chinuch, and taking care of your children, and bringing them up in the right path, and all of that is important. But a basic mindset, a basic change in your thought process of, Yeah, I have a ches. I'm doing my duty as a parent, but that also includes doing a mitzvah of chesed. Right now, I have an opportunity to fulfill the mitzvah of chesed. My son needs me change his diaper. When I'm changing his diaper, I have in mind that I'm also doing a chesed for this child. When the mom feeds him food, gives him breast milk, gets up in the middle of the night, that's also a chesed. It's your duty as a parent, obviously, but it's also a chesed. And this idea can be extended to everything. A husband and wife. The most important, most careful scenario that this person has to be careful about whenever thinking about caution and think before he acts is with a husband and wife. Making sure that they treat each other nicely, they speak to each other properly. Chesed. Every minute in the relationship there's opportunity to do chesed. Every second there's opportunity to think and do chesed, 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 chesed. Unlimited opportunity for chesed. Unlimited opportunity for chesed. And in Yosef's case, Vasita na chesed, what is it? Vasita madi chesed ve'emet. Do for me a chesed ve'emet. What's the chesed? It's your father. It doesn't matter. It's all what the idea is. The pasuk is teaching us on a deeper level. It's all after the mindset. It's all after. Even if you're doing something you're supposed to do, you're doing your job. If you also have in mind that I'm also doing a chesed, I'm also helping people out. I'm also helping people that are in a tough time. Yeah, that's your job. Doesn't matter. What we see from here is it's not contingent on money. Okay, the Moed Rabbi Safir is an extra tzaddik. He doesn't take money. But even if he took money, if he had the mindset of I'm doing it as a chesed because no one else can be a mohel or whatever, that's also good. How much more so now he doesn't want to take any money? That's even better, obviously. But it's not like it takes away. It's just elevating his mitzvah. The mitzvah is still amazing in its own right. Now he elevates himself by not accepting money and having the mindset I'm doing the ultimate chesed. Chesed ve'emet, in theory. Ultimate chesed. And that's the one of the ideas of the beginning of this week's parasha that we learn from Yosef and his father, that it's all a mindset. Everything is a mindset. When money's not involved, it's easier to understand. When money is not included, we're not getting paid to do something. Yeah, obviously it's a chesed, not getting paid. Time is money. But even if he was getting paid, even if it's your son to a father, or even a son to a grandparent, or whatever it may be, it's a chesed, a husband and a wife. Even a boy and a girl that are dating, they don't know if they're going to get married or not. It's still a human. That girl, that guy is still a human. You have an obligation to treat them with dignity, treat them with respect. That's chesed. And the idea is we have to open our eyes at the 1,000,001 opportunities in our lives every day to do chesed. There are obviously great cheseds and big cheseds and chesed organizations and chesed causes, but there's also the small and easy ones that we get the extra sachar, extra reward by simply having in mind that it's a chesed. Having in mind that what I'm doing now is a chesed, on top of anything else. I'm also making sure that I remember it's a chesed. And this is crucial, it's very important, because it reminds us that everything is about our mindset. Everything is about what we think, what we're planning. The mindset is very important. And even when money is involved, doesn't take away from the chesed at play. Even when you think you're obligated and you have an obligation to do so, like a parent for a child, there's still a chesed involved. And it's just our job to change our minds, to fix our mindset and realize that what we are doing is a chesed. That I'm helping, that I smile to this person, that's a chesed. That I help this person, that's a chesed. Very simple. I hold the door open for the person behind me, that's a chesed. I clean up the table after me, that's a chesed. I take back the sidurim after minyan, that's a chesed. And there are 1,000,000 opportunities for chesed, and it's all just a simple mindset. It's all in our minds. We realign, we refocus, we readjust ourselves, and we also attain the mitzvah of chesed. We add another schar to our balance sheet, add another good thing, add another zechut, and this is one of the many, many lessons we see from this week's parasha of Ve'asita imadi chesed ve'emet, not take better time. Don't bury me in Egypt. do for me a chesed. We have million opportunities to do chesed every day, and it's all about the mindset. Nothing to do with the money, nothing to do with anything else. It's in our hands to do more chesed, do less chesed, do chesed without knowing, or do chesed while knowing. And obviously that's the best of the best, is to do a chesed and have the kavanah that you're doing chesed as well. Chazak Baruch Hu, thank you for listening.